But this idea of reparations that are coming from the Democrats right now would require people who never committed a wrong, especially a wrong as serious as slavery, to pay people who were never wronged, who were never slaves. This is something from more than 150 years ago in our country, which certainly it's historically accurate to acknowledge that there are still the repercussions, the negative repercussions of that. But it's not, if we're talking about justice, it's not just to make people of one skin color today, that would be white people, pay people of another skin color when there's no wrong that's been committed between those two individual people.
And I got to say, there's very little that I agree with President Barack Obama on, but this is one of the things that I actually agree with him on. I mean, you and I know that America is a beautiful, wonderful melting pot. You and I have friends that might, quote unquote, look white or, quote unquote, talk white, but have an African-American genealogy in their past. I mean, are we going to require everybody to do a 23andMe swab to determine whether or not they might have had an ancestor that was a slave? Because that's going to create a lot of division and a lot of racism in and of itself in the United States of America. I mean, are you going to have the IRS double checking to see if so-and-so's great-great-great-grandfather was an abolitionist or not, or fought for the North or the South or not? Also, let's not forget, I mean, I have a little bit more Cherokee Indian blood in me than Elizabeth Warren does, and even I would admit that it's not that much, but I can still trace some of my heritage back to members of the Cherokee tribe that were on the Trail of Tears. Are we going to pay reparations to those people? All of the other American Indian tribes that were wronged by the federal government? What about people in Hawaii that want to secede from the United States? What about Irish Americans that were told that they need not apply and not welcome and not able to buy property or rent property in the United States? What about women who are mistreated and unable to vote and speak for ourselves and have protections under the Constitution of the United States for years? I mean, the list can go on and on and on, and I don't see this as taking the country in a good direction.